is the new HTC ONE. This is the new flagship device from HTC. What we've got inside here is a Qualcomm S4 1.7 gigahertz quad-core processor, 2 gigabytes of RAM inside there as well, and 32 gig or 64 gig of storage. It comes in two colours, so we've got this one, which is a nice silver colour, which is known as Glacier White, and then we've got another one which is known as Stealth Black as well. So I'll just give you a quick rundown of some of the new features, what we've got on the HTC ONE. First of all, this is the new home screen. This is HTC Blinkfeed. So HTC Blinkfeed gives you a mashup of social networks, news and app notifications as well. So the first thing you need to do is select your content, what you'd like on there. So we've got some featured partners for the UK on this one. So these are the partners who have signed up to be part of the Blinkfeed. So you've got some music, football, tech news, regular news on there as well. So you can select any of those to be part of the Blinkfeed.
So these are like feed readers?
So yeah, this is where the Blinkfeed gets its content from, some of these people on there as well. And then
can you manually add feeds into this?
No, not at this present time. That's maybe something that we may be adding that in the future. It's a possibility. The categories as well, so you've got lots of different categories that you could possibly add stuff from as well, and then subcategories. So that pulls information from different places as well. So if we just snip back to the home screen, and then you just browse down and you get a little bit of everything on there. So you've got some news coming through onto there, some Facebook, some Twitter, and then you get some app notifications such as calendar as well. So calendar and TV, maybe you've got an appointment coming up. If we go to highlights, sorry, you'll see like there's a little bit of everything on there. We'll just let it update. And then you'll see that we've got some news from Reuters, maybe a little bit of football news further down, some news from The Guardian on there, so you get a little bit of everything and you can just browse through it, and if there's anything that you want to read more of, you just click on there and then it opens a story. It doesn't open an app to take you there, it just opens straight from the home screen. You can read this story and then maybe share it with your friends if you want to share that with anybody else as well. So everything is just live from your home screen. No jumping from app to app for all your content. It all just comes straight through to the front. What you can also do as well is if you click on here, you can just have one thing in your home screen as well. So if you just want news from, let's say, UEFA, you just want some football news on there, it'll update and then you can just browse through some football news on your home screen as well. So you can have a bit of everything, or you can just have one specific thing. So we'll just change that back to highlights, and then you just get a little bit of everything on your home screen. So that's the new live home screen, and that's called HTC Blinkfeed. Excuse me. The second thing we've got on there is HTC Boom Sound as well. So you'll notice that we've got two frontal stereo speakers now. So traditionally the speaker's somewhere tucked away on the back. So a lot of people are watching movies on their phone, watching TV content, watching YouTube on there now. So what the frontal speakers do now is enables the sound to project towards you instead of projecting away from you at the back. So if I was showing you guys a YouTube video, we'd be standing here sharing the YouTube video and the sound would be coming really out towards us. What we've got on there now as well is Beats Audio, what's been on our devices for a few years. I'll just play you a little bit of music on there, turn this down a little bit. So you'll see the Beats Audio logo just at the top there. So traditionally the Beats Audio on our devices was only through the headset port. Then you'd get the Beats profile turning on, but now it's actually coming out through the speakers as well. So you get studio quality sound, really high definition, with no distortion, just as the artist intended you to hear that. Traditionally you get about 70% and then you'll start to hear distortion. So the Beats Audio gets rid of all the distortion through the sound on there as well. So I'll just turn it up a little bit louder so you get to hear how loud it goes. Another new feature what we've incorporated into there as well is this new lyrics section. So we'll just click on the top there. And what this does is it gives you a little background on there, some little animations, but then it will also pull the lyrics down as well from Grace Notes. So see if it's connecting. So there we go, the lyrics just coming up on screen, a little bit like karaoke maybe. So what we can always also sort of scroll through the lyrics up there as well. So that's quite a little cool feature we've added onto the music player as well. So we'll just stop that playing. So that's HTC Boom Sound.
Can you show me around the phone, like the knock buttons and the USB port and all those stuff?
Yep, sure.
And talk about the camera a bit.
So on the front up here we have got a 2.1 megapixel front-facing camera, and it's got an ultra-wide lens on there as well. So traditionally you get about a 30-degree angle lens from a front-facing camera. This one you get an 88-degree wide-angle lens in there.
Okay.
So really good for video calling, good for Skype and things like that.
Is this SD camera?
720p the front camera.
720p.
Yeah. So it's really good quality, the front camera, excellent for Skype and video calling, that sort of thing. As you'll see, the body is made from one piece of metal, so it's just one piece of metal that's all carved out, and then we have got the ceramic resin in there as well to help with sort of the antenna and NFC and things like that as well. So you'll see that around the edges. We've got the headphone jack at the top here, and then we've got a power button up at the top, and that also acts as an infrared port as well, so you can actually use this device as a TV remote and a remote for your set-top box or cable TV as well. So that's all the software for that's incorporated into the new device as well. We've got down on this right hand side here, we've got the volume buttons there in a nice silver colour with a little bit of a nice pattern on there. I don't know if you can see that. And then as we go around to the bottom, we've got the charging port at the bottom, just slightly to the right hand side maybe, a quarter to the right, and then on the left hand side we've just got a SIM card tray just up in this top left hand corner. So no removable battery, no removable memory, just
what is the amount of battery it has?
It's got a 2,300 milliamp battery.
Okay.
So last year with the One X we had an 1,800 milliamp battery. The One X Plus had a 2,100 milliamp battery, and this is 2,300. So it's the biggest battery we've put in our handset so far.
So now can you tell us about the settings and Android version and the storage and everything?
Yeah, sure. So if we just pop into the settings here, scroll down to the bottom, and we go to About, we can see with the hardware information and the software information. So it's running version of Android 4.1.2, and this will get updated to 4.2 sometime in the near future. So not too sure when just yet, but it will be coming to this handset. Sense version 5.0, so this is the latest version of Sense with Blinkfeed, HTC Zoe and HTC Boom Sound all built into there as well.
How about the storage?
So the storage, this one's actually got 32 gigabytes of storage.
Can you show us?
The worldwide there is a 64 gig variant as well. So into the storage, so there we go, 32 gigabytes, and then probably after operating system, maybe 27, 28 available to use as well.
And you have a 64 GB variant also?
There is a 64 GB variant. Not every country will be taking the 64 GB, but there will be a model available in certain countries.
What about the SD card support?
It's a one-piece body, so you can't get in for that. But it does support USB on the go, so you can put a USB stick and everything in the bottom. So if you've got an adapter from micro to full size, you can use that as well as on there.
So that's a USB on the go, so I can attach a USB drive, you mean?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that, just through the bottom, just in there. If you just get an adapter what goes from this size to full size, you can plug in just a USB stick, or you could plug in an SD card or anything like that. It supports on the go, so it'll take a number and read a different number of things. To help with your storage, you also get 25 gig of Dropbox free for 2 years. So that's normally the length of a mobile phone contract.
What kind of processor it has, and what's the RAM inside it?
Okay, so there's 2 gigabytes of RAM inside there, and the processor is a Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro processor, and that's a 1.7 gigahertz quad-core processor as well.
And does it support LTE and all this stuff?
Yeah, it's got LTE, 4G in there, and it's got an NFC chip in the back of it as well. So yeah, it's got all the latest stuff in there.
So, is there anything else we should be knowing about the phone?
They've got some new software on the sort of camera side of things. If you want to see the new camera software.
Sure.
So the new software is called HTC Zoe. So it's named after the Zoe trope, and as you'll see, they've still got the normal point and click mode for the camera. So you can still take the pictures. Just turn the volume up a little bit so we can hear that. If you press this button at the top there, you'll see it changes to Zoe mode. So what Zoe mode does is takes a 3-second HD video and 15 still shots as well. So if we
like when you actually press the camera button.
Yeah, when you press the camera button, you can still take a normal video with the video button there. But when we press this, you'll see that the icon starts to change red to show that we're taking a Zoe photo with the 3 seconds of HD footage on there. So when we go back to the gallery, you'll see how it all starts to move, and you've got the music, the sound with it as well. Sorry. What this enables us to do is bring the gallery to life. So when we go back into the gallery and scroll down, we'll see that some of these pictures actually start to move. So instead of just having rows and rows of little thumbnail pictures, you've actually got some pictures what move in the gallery. So when you're swiping through your photos, some will be still photos, some will be little moving pictures with sound as well. So you can see some things are just starting to change. It gives it a really nice experience.
Okay.
Another thing that Zoe enables you to do is give you some great editing features like always smile. So you've got your little 3-second Zoe video on there. If we click on edit and retouch, this feature is called always smile. So we'll select always smile from the bottom there. And what this does, it'll recognise the four faces in this photo, and then we can select any moment within the 3 seconds for each of those faces. So we'll click on this lady just here and run from left to right on the bottom of the screen, and we can see how her face changes within that 3 seconds. So you can choose any moment within that 3 seconds. If the person's blinking or looking out of the shot, you can just make sure you get the perfect photo by choosing each individual face.
So you can select the individual ones and they can have their own motion.
That's it, yeah. So you can do that for all four, and then the software will stitch all them four together.
Okay.
So that's always smile. There's another couple of features on there as well. So we've got one called sequence shot. So you can create cool shots like this.
Okay.
So from the 3-second video, what there is, what's just playing now, we've got a guy doing a trick on the BMX. We've got to edit and retouch again, and this time we want to select sequence shot, and then it will automatically choose some frames and pop them in there for us. It's missed one out, it's like a bit of a gap there, so if we put that one in, we get a nice sequence of the guy doing his trick with his BMX. So maybe we want to take a couple of them out and give them a little bit of space in between, so you can get some pretty cool shots all from this HTC Zoe software. Instead of just taking stills, the 3 seconds enables you to have a bit of a play around and do the things. Another cool one we've got is object removal as well. So this object removal, the short Zoe photo, we've got people walking in the background. So what this enables us to do is remove these two people from the corner of the photograph. We'll just go to edit and retouch again. And this time we want object removal, and it'll automatically scan for objects that can be removed from the photograph. So it's automatically taking them people out of the bottom corner. So we'll just pop one back in just to show you what it looked like. So you get a grey box around there to show you that this person can be removed out of the image, and then you get a blue box to show you that an object has been removed from there. So we'll just remove both of these people from the image, and then you've got a nice clean image with just the subjects in there.
That's great.
So that is HTC Zoe's sort of editing functions, and enables you to get the perfect picture.
Thank you.